Okay, hi guys. Thank you for joining us once again today. All right, so we're waiting for. I call him a berry. Yes, he's going to join us pretty soon. So we're waiting for him to join us so that we can start. He will be our guest student. You know, he actually started his process with us, talking about the admission process and the visa process, and it was so smooth and fantastic for him. We'll just wait for him right away to join us so that we can, ask him a few questions about his process, as regards admissions and visas when it comes to the UK. So we're very waiting to have you online.
Good morning.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me perfectly?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Just trying to, assist us with your timing. We really appreciate that so much. I know you are kind of busy. So let's just go straight to the point. You actually processed your admission and visa through Negxy Concept Limited.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just want to share, I want you to share your experience with people as regards, Negxy Concept Limited, how you started, in terms of your admission and all through the visa processing. We want to know what was it like for you? Was it a smooth journey, or were you treated poorly in the process?
No.
Maybe we should start with that. Yeah.
Okay. To begin with, I got to know about Negxy through a friend, and told me that I was looking to process my travel school stuff, and my friend she has this travel agency that is very nice. Though I've tried some other ones in the previous years, and it didn't work out well. I tried some other few countries like Canada and even the UK also. It didn't work out well. So when I was looking to travel last year, so my friend was like, she has a Negxy Concept that has done a lot for a lot of backup students. She's an ex-backup student also. I'm like, okay, let me just give it a try. Since I was in Lagos at that time, so I gave she gave me the number. I gave a call, and we got the process.
So you short there. So you were not in Lagos before?
No, I wasn't in Lagos before. I was in Benin.
Yeah. Where?
So I was in Benin, Edo State.
Benin. Okay.
Yeah. So I gave Negxy a call, and that was just the beginning of when the whole lockdown and COVID really started. So we talked on the phone. We had to do one or two things. Then I was like asking how much for the payment and everything. Was like, oh no, don't worry. Let us get this first and everything. Throughout the process, I was treated fair. I was treated fair because we started the application for the school itself before the visa. I didn't know the school I wanted to go to. I didn't go to the so I didn't know which school at all I wanted to go to. I only just anyone. I just told him the course. Then he advised me on the area of computing that is in the UK, the region based on the jobs, where there are jobs, and he advised me, okay, go to this school, okay, don't go to this school. He gave me like 3 options that I had to pick from. So he gave me, okay, this is the one that is the best place you should go to. These are all.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to cut you short there before you move on. So quickly, I just wanted to give a brief introduction of yourself. So before we continue, so that your name, the school you are currently studying in the UK, and the course you are currently studying. So, thank you.
Okay, Joshua. I'm Joshua. Um, Data network security. University.
What did you call it?
Birmingham City University.
All right.
Code BCU.
Okay. All right. That's fantastic. So, you were saying before that we were able to sort the school selection for you,
Yeah.
and it was really it's really blended with what you were looking for.
My reality, it blended with my reality. Like I was just lost when I met Negxy. I was lost. Like I just knew I wanted to come to the UK, but I didn't. Okay, I want to do something relating to computing, but I didn't really have like the course I really wanted to do. And actually, the course I wanted to do was something relating to data analytics and stuff like that. So, but he advised me that no, this is the course that's like hot cake in the UK. So he gave me that advice. I was like, okay. He gave me, these are the options. Go for this course. Don't go for this course. Yeah. So,
all right. So, okay.
Yeah.
So from what you have said now, I can actually grab two things. The school selection was sorted, and also the course selection was sorted for you. Using Negxy Concept Limited.
Yeah, using Negxy.
Okay, so I mean, when now you're in the UK, right? Yeah. I'm sure you've started, one or two classes. So what we suggested to you in terms of the school, I mean, the opportunities and the options there, and also the course. What we suggested to you, according to the nature of, the opportunities also attached to the course. Is it exactly, what we suggested, or we just, we just flattered you, if I may use that word?
The thing is that due to the COVID, I would say that they were very real with me, because he made me to understand that there used to be jobs, but going there might not be jobs as such, like the way it used to be. It made me understand that you need to have so amount. First of all, for taking care of accommodation, you have to so amount for days, because of there might not be jobs immediately you get there. And that was the reality when I came. Also, the everything about the coursework and the advice he gave me concerning the coursework, that's what I meant. He told me about the environment, that the environment is going to be nice. The lecturers are like this. They told me how the UK grading assessment is being done and ways to go about it. And that really helped me during my first semester. It was really nice. Yeah, it was really nice. And everything I've encountered so far is just exactly the way he told me. Exactly the way he told me.
Yeah. Wow, that's good to hear. Honestly, satisfying your interest, your need, your passion is basically what is so important when you're talking about studying abroad. And I'm glad you're actually having that right away. And okay, let's quickly talk about your visa processing. What was the experience like for you with Negxy Concept Limited?
Okay. The visa processing was, I would say it was a bit stressful, but not from the aspect of Negxy, but due to the COVID-19 and the whole restrictions. It wasn't as easy as it used to be, because I had to have some the whole social distancing, the number of people they could accept in at a time made it to linger a little bit. But I would say that I did TB test before a lot of people, because Negxy Concept facilitated that. Like the time I'm supposed to have, the time I'm supposed to have my TB test, if I was meant to go by myself, was meant to be like 2 months after when they opened everywhere. But Negxy made it possible for me just like within 2 weeks, instead of me waiting for 2 months. Yeah, that was the first one. And because of I got my TB test on time, I was able to apply for visa. Okay, made me able to say motherfucker. It's made me I was able to apply for visa on time. So and my visa, I would say I applied with Ikeja, the TLS contact at Ikeja, and
Okay.
I remember the time when Nelson he had me to even sleep over in his place because I had to go very early in the morning. I remember he took me like around 4 a.m. Around 4 a.m. to TLS. I had to go there to stand and wait. So he always checking up on me. He gave me food. Like, well, my own experience was very wonderful with Negxy because he took me like a brother, not just like a client. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
I kept
Okay.
it's really nice.
All right. So, quick one. So, for those just joining us, we are currently having an interview session with one of our students currently studying in the UK that actually processed the visa and the admission through Negxy Concept Limited, and is here to tell us his experience across, the process and his current experience in the UK. So, basically, if you have any plans, now or in the future that you are actually looking to study in the UK, Ibere Joshua has something, real to tell you, because he's currently there. He will be the, best person, the right person to actually tell you the fact, the way it is. And that's why we are bringing him down here, to speak to you as well. And Iberia has told us, several things as regards, his experience with us and also his experience with the UK. And one good thing I know, or one fact I know that he has said here is, he said that's our lead consultant Nelson. He said he made him sleep, overnight in his place. I mean, he has done that for several clients. I know he has done that for many. So it's not only a berry basically. So which means we are always there for you just to achieve your purpose. So we can go to any length to make sure you achieve your purpose basically. So that's basically what that means. So Ebere, I really thank you for mentioning that. That's really fantastic, and I'm glad that you actually achieved your purpose of studying abroad, in the UK. And so, how are you finding your course? Is it stressful? Is it interesting? Just give me some pinpoints and the plans ahead.
Well, my course is really a tough one normally because it has to do a lot of coding, a lot of network security and stuff like that. But it was something I was prepared for because I was told before coming that it's going to be a tough course and you have to put in effort towards the assessment and the areas you have to tackle. Though I came in late because of the whole COVID and stuff like that, classes had started before time, and right now is more of online session. You really don't really go to classes as such. I think throughout last semester we had to go to classes just two days a week. Yeah, 2 days a week, just Monday and Tuesdays. People were like 3 days. Some other courses had to do like 3 days a week. But you don't go to school every time. You have time to work. You have time to work. You have time to study. But and the I will talk about the assessment. Yeah, it's actually nice. Yeah, because they give you room to actually do things yourself. It's not like you're not stereotyped to just write exam by okay, what is this? And you give the answer. What is this? You give the answer. Yeah, exams here is more like it's things you have to think through. You have to really understand the questions. It's just basically understand the question. That's their exams here. And for me, in my own course, I did like open book exam for like 3 of my courses, and the open book exam was like one of them, the one crazy one was like I had to write one exam for 24 hours. Literally, I did it for 24 hours. You have to write the exam throughout. Like I didn't sleep for like 24 hours. No jokes. So
Wow.
just
That's
5 questions.
crazy.
That's the thing. There's just 5 questions, but you have to answer like for each question you have to write like 800 words. 800 words to answer one single question. As 800 times 5 should be like around almost I think almost 4,000 or so. So you're writing almost 4,000 words for just 5 questions for an exam. So each
That's crazy.
not plagiarize. You must not copy because they are going to do everything on it. So if you're free to use the internet, but you cannot copy from the internet. So it was a new experience for me. Okay, because in
Okay.
Nigeria used to this to answer 1 line, 2 lines. But yeah, it was like a new experience. They really love essays, no matter the course you're doing. Your exam is like essays. Yeah. So studying here is just that put your time to work. Yeah, they can give you like some courses they do like coursework instead of writing actually do like coursework they give you, like essay to write and like
Okay.
a month before the time or like 3 weeks before the time. So once you get that sorted, you have no problem. Yeah, so it's really important in the UK actually.
Quick one. So, can you tell me? I know we said something about getting to the UK. There's every possibility that you will not find job quickly. At least 1 or 2 months.
Yeah.
For settling. Yes. If you don't have probably someone that could actually quickly show you the way or guide you, you may not land a job in 1 or 2 months. So,
Yeah.
but I would want to ask, at least you've spent at least few months now. So I want to ask, what's the job opportunity like? Let me say after the 2 months. So what's the job opportunity like in the UK for international students?
Okay. As for me, it does. I would just say it's a mentality thing. There are jobs everywhere, but it's your mentality thing. The jobs available are like care jobs, and you have what they call warehouse jobs because you can't really do office jobs because of 20 hours restriction as a student. So it's your mentality thing. As for me, I started making money the week I was still in quarantine when I started making money. So it depends on your mentality thing because Nelson also helped me when I came in. I was helping people get accommodation for those coming into the UK. So I was still looking for accommodation, and Nelson told me, "Hey, you can start looking for accommodation for people too." So I had to push myself. So I was looking for my own accommodation, but I was getting accommodation for people, and I was getting some money also from. I was still when I was making money. So that's one thing Nelson advised me. Okay, you can make it this way. All right. So secondly, house job, you have care jobs. As for me, I do care jobs. So care jobs is talking about you taking care of like the elderly people. Maybe you bath them, you have to support them and do a lot of things for them. So, but I can't really do that. So I'm basically doing warehouse jobs. Warehouse jobs is like you work in just the way it implies what the name implies. You work in a warehouse. You offload trailer, you load trade trucks, you know. But this thing is like you do it with fun because it's like for a limited time. It's not something that you have to be doing every time. So you like do it once in a while. So you work for 20 hours a week.
All right. So still in that line. So for a student, how much can you make? I know you are restricted to work 20 hours per week. So how much
Yeah.
can you make per hour as a student? And can you as a student, you know, use this particular earnings to probably settle some of your bills and still pay part of your tuition fees if possible?
Okay. I will advise every student coming in to pay 50% before coming. Try to pay
To do what?
50% because of the COVID. Pay 50% of your fees before coming to. I will
All right.
advise you to pay 50%. Yeah, because they have stuff that people do that are more than 20 hours, but it's not legal. Okay, but if you want to understanding of the what the government wants, when you're working for 20 jobs that pay £15 per hour, that pay per hour, the basic pay is 2 per hour. So is that part the mentality they must ask again working with yes
Okay, sorry. Can you quickly, summarize that? It seems your network, was breaking, or my network probably. So probably can you quickly summarize that? How much do you think a student can make per hour? And can they use that to settle their bill? Sorry about that. So can they use that as well to settle their fees? That's their school fees.
okay yeah for a month a student could make as much as £1,200. Yeah, you can make
On a 20 hours restriction.
yeah hours shift. Yeah, it depends on how much you can work. I said depending on how much you can work, because they have jobs that pay £12 per hour. You have jobs that pay £10 per hour. So you just have to work smart. You have to know the places, the time, the kind of job you do. You have to watch, and you don't just go and settle for anything. And like for me, I had to travel, like, okay, from imagine you traveling from Lagos to like from Lagos to, well, not really Ogun State. Ogun State looks like maybe from Lagos to Ijebu, like over an hour. Over an hour just to walk. Okay, because that paying more. It's just
Okay.
yeah, the mentality thing. If some people are lazy, they just want they're looking for, oh, what is the, let me look for the job around you, and sometimes they don't see, and they just ask, okay, let me see anything. So you just have to push yourself. Some people work 2-3 jobs. Okay, I have a friend who works 2 jobs. So it depends on your, it depends, yeah, it's very different. So you have to make things balance yourself, and there are also opportunities to work cash hand jobs. So it depends on who you meet, who you talk to, how you get yourself sorted. That's how you make your life easier. So you can make, some people make as much as 3,000. So
it depends on your settlement, basically.
yeah, who you meet, who your friends are, who you talk. Yeah. But basically, on a normal range, let me say you make up to £1,000 every month working 20 hours.
So definitely that cannot, for anyone who is not smart enough to, see how to make more than that, that won't be enough for such students to probably settle part of his tuition fees.
You can. The only thing is
Okay.
that you have to, the thing you have to think of bills here. The only bills you pay as a student, apart from your school fees, is just your accommodation. So now, you knowing that you have school fees to pay, it's not advisable for you to go get accommodation like 400 per month, or you're going to get accommodation of £450, because from Nigeria saying they can't share toilet to people, or they want a place that only me and my toilet and stuff like that, and you don't have money to pay, you don't have school fees, enough school fees, you go pick a house that's like £400, £450. At the end of the day, you're struggling converting money still from Nigeria. So no, if you know you have some school fees to pay, I'll advise you can go take a house. Like, you have houses of 300, which are okay. You have houses of 350, you have houses of 260, you have houses of 280. So if you have bills to pay, I advise you to take a little, and the remaining you can use it to pay for your school fees. They don't really you tell them, okay, every month I'll be paying £6. Okay, every month paying 500. You calculate how much remaining 1 year to stay. So if you pay a little, as I say, you pay half for coming. So pay half or almost half before you leave from Nigeria. So the remaining one, you know that okay, I have like maybe you have like £5,000 remaining to pay, or you have like £6,000 remaining to pay. You can pay 600. If it's 6,000, you can pay £600 every month for 10 months. That has done everything. So if you're working and you're earning as much as £1,000 a month, and your rent is like 200 a month, you pay 600, you have like 200 for yourself. And another thing to say is that in the UK, food is not a problem. Food is very cheap. It's very
Okay.
Yeah, so food is very cheap, so you don't think about food. I survive with £50 for a month feeding.
Wow. For 1 month?
For 1 month, yes. You just need to cut yourself your coat according to your size. Yeah. I survive with 1 month. I stock up, man. You get like spaghetti, pasta for just 20 pence. So if you just know some people just want to continue eating African food and stuff like that. Those are the expensive ones here. But if you want to keep yourself, okay, you just manage yourself, get the little ones. You can, with £50, you survive for a whole month. So
thank you so much for that. So I just quickly want to answer this question. That's YHU_G saying, given the current situation in the country now, that's in the UK, so how easy is it to secure a job in the UK as an international student? I know you have answered that already.
Yeah.
You know, where you about there are jobs in the UK, you know, and you talked about there is health caregiving job, and there's also the warehouse job. Yeah, so that is made available for international students. Okay. Actually, my last question.
Sorry, another thing to add, just to add to that, is that you need to work with the season. Jobs in the UK are seasonal, so you have to be smart about the season. Like during November, December, there's always a hike in the warehouse. The prices for warehouse jobs are high. You can get a job paying you up to £13, £14.
Wow,
£15 per, because that's yeah. So you need to season, like getting the period. You see there's going to be a lot of jobs coming up. So Mother's Day, there's going to be a lot of jobs. If you don't have the you apply for jobs, you will always find one there. You have your BR, yeah, you job there. So season you get jobs easily. So those coming in Easter period, you always get a lot of jobs. So there are jobs everywhere. I told you, just a mentality thing and how much you can work.
All right. Thank you so much, Joshua, for that clarification. So for that question, this is first-hand information from Joshua telling you there are jobs everywhere, and even there are some seasons where you can actually pick up good pay in the UK, despite the current corona situation. So he also said, I think, and I quote, when it started, that you can work from home. So he said that because the fact that you also do virtual learning gives you the opportunity to work more hours. So I know you also said that as well. So Joshua, to my very last question it's basically all about jobs. I know you might not have much experience with this right now, but you've been in the UK for some time, then probably you should have probably asked one or two questions about it or heard one or two things about it. Basically, it's about the post-study work permit, after your studies. Do you think, from what you've seen in the UK, do you think students will be able to get a graduate job that they can convert to skilled worker job after their studies? Even after this postgraduate job that is given to you, I'm talking about the 2 years postgraduate, do you think they'll be able to get a job, graduate level job that they can use to convert to the skilled, visa?
Okay. To answer that question, therefore, let me answer someone's question on the comments. He said, "Can you work more than 20 hours?" I will say, if you work in with using your national insurance number, no, do not try it. But if you're lucky enough to have like a job that pays you cash to your hand, why not? You can go ahead and work more than 20 hours. But legally, 20 hours. But if you want to be illegal, you can and you get a job that pays you cash to hand, which does not reflect on your national insurance number, yes, you can work more than 20 hours. Okay, then talking about the post-work jobs, even when we just entered my school, BCU was already talking about giving us like there's what they call CEBE. There's what they call target jobs. Every day they're sending you email about available jobs, sending you email about internships of reputable companies in the UK. So the truth of the matter is that even your school will help you to get a job if it does not take it. Like if you most likely they can help you get, because they want that, like when I came in around November, I remember that there was a situation whereby they were even inviting us for like a seminar for work. Yeah, they were inviting us for a seminar for work. So yes, you can do that. You can work.
Okay, so you're saying is very very possible for students to secure, a job after the studies, and
Yeah,
to convert it to a skilled, work visa, to start the permanent residency process.
yeah.
Okay, wow, it's been a time with you. And once again, I want to appreciate, for coming online to speak with our audience. And I also want to commend you, for your time you scheduled for us. I know you are busy. You need to pick up, with some jobs. You need to pick up with classes. You need to study. All of that together, I'm very sure it's not easy. Combining work and studies together, I wouldn't say it's easy at all. So, and we really want to appreciate you at Negxy Concept Limited, and we're happy that you are one of our own, basically. And we wish you well, in the UK, and we hope that you are able to achieve all your plans in the UK, basically. Yeah. Thanks for having us. And I hope if we call upon you next time, you will be there to answer us. You'll be there to give us more information, so that people who are actually willing to do something like you also will be informed properly, before committing, before any formal commitment to it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Joshua, and bye for now.